What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Alright, so Azoth has been bankrupted, so now it's down to just player 2, player 4, and player 3 battling it out. Player 3 definitely has the advantage right now, though, although player 4 was the one who bankrupted Azoth. Which, I mean, again, wasn't really worth much except 81 bucks and the weakest monopoly on the board. So, still not a great gain for player 4. I mean, it does offer him a few more safe spaces on the board. And he's going to have to mortgage off Brown pretty quickly here. Which actually probably still won't be enough to pay for this bill. That's kind of sucky. Man. Oh! Actually, player 4, I forgot, I never actually mortgaged any of this shit. So player 4 actually did inherit this shit with hotels on it. That's right, I forgot I didn't actually mortgage any of it. But I am going to have to get rid of some of this shit to pay for the railroad bill. That's what you get for taking a ride on Body Odor Railroad. So that's going to diminish those properties a little bit. Not that it's that big of a deal. Those properties aren't really that great anyway. And I mean, there's still 3 houses down, so I mean, you still gain a little bit of money here or there, I guess, if someone lands on them. So not a huge loss for player 4. Still not great, though, anyway. But yeah, I forgot player 4 inherited those properties with, like, hotels on them, so yeah, not bad. Although now he's down to 3 houses on that shit. Which kind of sucks for him, I guess.
You're home. Maybe it's time to manage your portfolio.
And actually, I think player 3 already has everything built up, right? Yeah, light blue, pink, blue. Yeah, so there's not really much more player 3 can do at this point except sit back and hope he bankrupts somebody.
Your turn starts now.
She rolls a double, but that's going to land her right on pink, so that's not very good. I think this might be it. I think we might be witnessing the beginning of the end for player 2. Yeah, that's going to be a hefty fucking price. She's going to have to get rid of some of this shit. Actually, she's probably going to have to get rid of all of this shit at this point. And honestly, I'm keeping the railroads because the railroads right now, people have a higher chance of landing on the railroads than landing on fucking green at this point. Sucks to say, but sometimes that's just the nature of the business. She even had to mortgage one of them, but she should be able to pay that bill now. And that's going to give player 3 even more money to fuck with. Not that he even needs it at this point, because there's nothing left for him to build up until he ends up bankrupting someone. So I think with that move, it's safe to say player 3 has won this game. I don't see player 2 or player 4 making a comeback at this point. I just don't see it happening.
You can't always decide what's going to happen to you.
Oh, shit! That's about the worst thing that could have happened for player 4 right there. Damn. Well, player 4 is going to have to pretty much completely get rid of everything on the Brown monopoly, so that really didn't do him much good at all. Yeah, wow. That pretty much just destroyed player 4's chances of making some kind of comeback, I think. Man, this stuff ain't even worth much, so he might even have to get rid of a set of houses down on yellow. That's going to really... that's going to put him in a pretty precarious position. I think it's safe to say player 3 has won this game at this point. Just continual bad luck for both player 4 and player 2 at this point, I think is... Yeah, pretty much put this game out of reach for either one of them. I think player 3 is going to win. It's just a matter of who's going to go down first, player 2 or player 4. Alright, so that is going to give player 4. Enough to work with there. Wow. Yeah, that's just some rotten fucking luck, man. But yeah, I think it's safe to say player 3's got this game in the bag at this point. It's just a matter of how it's going to happen and who's going to, you know, be the first one to go down, either player 4 or player 2. But like I've said in the past, I always see these games through to the end. I mean, we all know player 3 is going to win at this point, but I still always play these games through to the very end. Even if it is, you know, abundantly obvious who's going to win. I still see these games through to the very end. It's not over until every other player besides one player is bankrupt. That's how I've always done things. That's how I always will do things. It's not over till it's over.
Let's roll the dice.
I see every single one of these games through to the very end. So, we'll just have to wait and see how it happens.
Whatever happens, don't settle.
Ooh, man, speaking of rotten luck, I think player 2 can raise enough money, but that's going to be pretty much it for player 2. I think player 2 is officially fucked at this point. Yeah, normally the railroads and the green monopoly make a pretty good combination, but just didn't work out for player 2 this time. Again, sometimes it just comes down to raw luck. I mean, I feel like all these characters today pretty much did everything they could. Even Azoth, who ended up with just the brown monopoly, I mean, he maxed it out pretty early. So did pretty much everything he could. It just wasn't enough. All right, so we're gonna have to mortgage off the gay little scooter.
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
And at this point, I think we're also going to mortgage off Jeff Bezos's magical flying penis.
That should keep you in the game.
Yeah, that'll be enough to pay for her trip to the sex dungeon. I fucking love this board so much. It's so fucking great.
Shake the dice.
It's fucking terrible. This board is terrible, but it's also great. It is a very great and terrible thing that I have created. Oh, shit. Speaking of great and terrible. Yeah, this is pretty much going to screw over player 4.
Persistence is the key to success.
Now player 4 is going to have to get rid of pretty much, I think, all the houses now on this shit. Man, that sucks. Yeah. So that means player 4 has no legitimate way of really competing with any of the shit that that player 3 has anymore. So yeah, I think player 4 and player 2 are both completely fucked at this point.
Your time has come. Your rent is due.
Oh, wow. That's embarrassing. It's good for player 2, though. Player 2 still has 2 railroads that are up and operational at this point. And now player 4 is going to have to mortgage off one of these fucking properties. Guess we'll go with 72 Virgin Street. We'll mortgage that shit.
That should buy you some time. Let's play.
So player 3 going to be taking a ride on, well, actually not going to be taking a ride on Jeff Bezos' magical flying penis because Jeff Bezos' magical flying penis has been mortgaged. That is never a sentence I thought I'd hear myself say. Oh my god, what the fuck is wrong with me? Alright, so rolling a 6. It's gonna put her on the comm chest.
Something good is going to happen. I can feel it.
Oh, nice. Alright, so she picks up an extra $100.
Your time has come.
Oh, wow. This is actually really good luck for player 2 here. This is exactly what player 2 needs.
Someone already owns this property.
Not good for player 4, though.
The rent.
This is exactly what player 4 does not need, so we're going to have to mortgage Candyland.
You did
And ironically, the last property that player 4 is going to have is going to be the Boulevard of Broken Dreams. That's ironic. So yeah, that's player 4's only property right now. I mean, he has a monopolized yellow, but no house is down on the Boulevard of Broken Dreams anymore, so that's ironic.
I wish you luck. Shake the dice and see what the future holds for you.
Yeah, not a bad spot to be at all.
Relax.
Player 2,
Nothing
she's
can
going to be
happen
rocking out on free parking. Now player 4. Going down to Funky Town, but it is mortgaged.
It's your turn. You're home. Maybe it's time to manage your portfolio.
Yeah, and player 3 hasn't bankrupted anyone yet, so again, all of his shit's maxed out, so there's not really much more for him to do at this point. So she rolled an 8. Gonna land on the utilities.
You must pay this player.
So dishing out 80 bucks to player 3 for visiting the Wuhan COVID lab.
Your time has come.
Oh, nice. That was lucky for player 4, landing right on go
Good news.
and avoiding all that shit. Otherwise, that would have been pretty much game over right there. So let's see how long these fuckers can stay alive for. I mean, that's pretty much what the game is right now, is how long can player 4 and player 2 survive. That's pretty much what this game has turned into. It also has turned into finding out who's going to go down first, player 2 or player 4.
Shake the dice.
So, I mean, again, it's obvious that player 3 has won this game, but still, we'll see how long each of them can survive. Ooh, this is going to sound stupid to say, but I think that was a lucky roll for player 2, because that could have been a lot worse. I mean, yeah, it's not great losing 100 bucks, but that could have been a fucking hell of a lot worse. Ooh, also a good roll there for player 4. Just visiting jail.
I imagine you prefer being on this side of the bars.
Oh, how about that? Player 3 landing on the Boulevard of Broken Dreams. That's the one property that player 4 still has up and available, and it's only 24. Yeah, with that being only 24 every time someone lands on it, there's no fucking way player 4 is going to be able to stay in this game.
Let's play.
I would say player 2 is probably in better shape, but it only takes one wrong move to completely screw you over. So, I mean, with one wrong move, either player 2 or player 4 could be screwed over. I mean, player 2's still got 2 of the railroads up and running, but still, that ain't really going to do much at this point in the game.
Your turn starts now.
Especially once player 3 bankrupts one of them and is able to build up a bunch more properties. Yeah, they're actually staying in this, though. Like I said, it's not over till it's over.
See what the future
And this
holds for
game still ain't over yet. Player 3 lands himself on
you.
chance.
Successful people make their own luck.
Huh. Alright, so player 2 and player 4 both get a free 50 bucks. At this point, again, they're in a spot where they need every fucking dollar they can get their hands on, man. Ooh, Ooh, that's an unlucky roll there.
Sometimes you have to pay the
Although, actually, player 2 has enough money to pay it. That's kind of surprising at this point, but... yeah, well, you know what they say. You take a trip to John Wayne Gacy's house, you're going to be paying for it. Alright, anywho. Let's continue on here. This board is fucking terrible. Swear to God. This board is the most brilliant and the most terrible thing that I have ever come up with in my entire goddamn life.
home sweet home.
So yeah, lands on his own shit there, so that's good for him.
Shake the dice and see what the future holds for you.
Ooh, shit, this could be it. I think this is it. Even if, at this point, if player 2 mortgaged off both of the railroads
Time to
that she has left, she wouldn't have enough money. So that's it for player 2. Man, I thought that player 2 would have a legitimate shot at winning this. Again, given the properties that she had. Again, usually with the transportation monopoly, that gives you at least usually like a 50% higher chance of winning. But yeah, not able to make it work this time. Just didn't get lucky when she needed to, I guess. Yeah, usually the railroads and the green monopoly are a great combo. And she also had the red and orange. But yeah, it just did not work out well for her this time. So... yep, I guess that's going to do it for player 2. So she is the next one to go down. So that's it for player 2. And now player 3 gets the $55 and a whole shitload of properties to fuck with now. So at this point, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and end this part here. So next time it'll come down to the final showdown, player 3 versus player 4. Stay tuned to see who will win, as if we don't already know, but still. Either way, stay tuned. We'll see what happens. And yeah, until then, peace out.